It's time to play ball. My son has been working with his baseball team since the fall, and we are officially in baseball season. So if you're a mama like me and you got to stock up on all the sporting gear, now is the time. Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gear that you need, and you can bring it home for less. Gear up for baseball, softball, and t-ball with essentials from Easton, Rawlings, and Wilson at Academy. Academy offers free 1-hour in-store or curbside pickup if you're like me and you forgot to get the equipment in time. Swing by your local store or shopacademy.com today and get ready to hit it out of the park.
Catch the Spring and Bloom event at Whole Foods Market with savings for Easter, casual gatherings, and more. Save on no antibiotics ever meat, best of season spring produce, brunch favorites, sweets, and more through April 22nd.
Hey guys, it's Rach, and it's Sunday, which means a pep talk. These are short episodes, usually 10 minutes or less, where my intention is just to give you some thoughts, some ideas, some inspiration to help you start your week with intention. And if you clicked on this episode today, I'm guessing that maybe you need a reminder, especially if today finds you feeling messy, if you're overwhelmed, if you're discouraged, or honestly, just trying to hold it together. Here's my thought. You're having a bad day, not a bad life. Look, I don't know what hit you this morning. Maybe it was the news or a work thing, or you got in a fight with your boyfriend, or maybe nothing at all happened. You just feel the weight of everything. I've been there. We've all been there. When those kinds of days hit, it is so easy to start spiraling, especially if your hormones are involved. It is so easy to fall for the lie that because today feels hard, everything is hard. But really what happened is that one thing went wrong, but your whole life did not fall off track. That's not the truth. So let's reframe this. You're having a moment. Maybe you're even having a day. But don't give that moment the power to define your whole life. You are still showing up, you are still trying, you are still breathing, and that counts. For a lot, actually. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to feel sad or grumpy or cry for no reason. You are allowed to not be okay. But you are also allowed to keep going. You are allowed to shake it off. You are allowed to say, today sucks, but I still believe in who I am becoming, and I'm going to keep going just as soon as I can. So here's what I want you to do. Something tiny. Drink a glass of water. Text someone who makes you feel good. Step outside and get some sunshine on your face. Get some fresh air, even for just 5 minutes. Not that these little things will fix big problems, but they do remind us that we are here. They remind our body and our nervous system that we're still moving, that the story is not over, and that even if some parts of life feel hard, not every part of life is hard. You have made it through 100% of your worst days so far. Like, you've made it through them all. That's not a small thing. And this crappy day, it's just a bump on the road to the beautiful life that you are building. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to do anything today other than just keep going. But please don't give up on yourself because of one hard day. I believe in you. And I hope, even just for a second, you can believe in you too. In fact, can you tap in to the future version of you? Can you tap into yourself at 80 or 90? Like the wise, hopefully wealthy, world travel, like fabulous stories. Maybe you're wearing a caftan. I don't know. I'm imagining you as a very romantic version of yourself. I'm imagining you as Iris Apfel. If you don't know who that is, please Google her. But imagine that version of you. could sit beside you and speak to you today, what would she say? For real, imagine the wisest version of you who has lived for decades and decades and decades beyond where you find yourself in this really hard day. What would she say? She would probably tell you that this is a bump in the road. She would probably tell you about all of the amazing things that are going to happen, but can't happen unless you get through this rough day. Maybe she'd tell you about exciting trips or what you're going to do in your business or what your kids are like when they're older. Maybe she'd tell you to keep going on dates with total randoms because someday one of those random dates is going to turn out to be the love of your life. Maybe she'd tell you to keep calling potential clients because one of those clients ends up being the customer that changes everything for your business. Maybe she'd tell you to take a walk and then read another book, even just a few paragraphs, to get yourself out of this mindset. Maybe she'd tell you to make some tea or have a cup of coffee or open a bottle of wine. For real. Maybe she'd tell you to stop taking yourself so seriously. She'd tell you that life is awesome and sometimes life is really hard. But you are so strong and so capable, even in the midst of the hard stuff. Take solace today in whatever vision you can that gets you from this point to the next one. The reality is this won't be your last hard day, but this can be the first time that you counterbalance the bad day with the vision of how good tomorrow's going to be. If this pep talk gave you a little light today, would you do me a favor? Would you share it with someone who might need it? Or hit subscribe so you never miss an episode of this show. If you haven't yet and you're a newsletter kind of person, I send one out every single Sunday and you can find the link to that in the show notes. Free encouragement every week straight to your inbox. And hey, you've got this. I love you and I'm rooting for you. Have you ever noticed how celebrities have brighter, whiter looking eyes? Their makeup artists have a little secret in their kit: Lumify Redness Reliever Eye Drops. Lumify dramatically reduces redness in just 1 minute. It literally happens right before your eyes. It helps your eyes look brighter, whiter, and more awake for up to 8 hours. No wonder Lumify is so loved by influencers, celebrities, and makeup artists and has over 6,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. Lumify is also the #1 eye doctor recommended redness reliever eye drop, and it's FDA approved. No bleach, no dyes, just incredible results. Plus, it's made by the eye care experts at Bausch & Lomb. So whether you're on set, on a date, or running on just a few hours of sleep, Lumify can help your eyes look brighter and whiter. When you try it, you'll see that it's what your eyes have been looking for. Check out LumifyEyes.com to learn more.
Support for this podcast comes from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Did you know riders who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $180 per year? That's a whole new pair of riding gloves and more. Quote today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $178 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between October 2022 and September 2023. Potential savings will vary.